This U.S. judge scrapped a U.S. rule capping credit card late fees at $8. Yeah, unfortunately, the credit card companies can go back to charging whatever the heck they feel is correct for the violation. You see, a federal judge on Tuesday threw out a U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau rule capping credit card late fees at $8 after the agency agreed with opponents that the rule adopted during President Joe Biden's administration was illegal. Crazy. U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman in Fort Worth, Texas, granted a joint request by the CFPB and a coalition of 6 businesses and banking groups, including the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and American Bankers Association, to scrap the rule. You see, Pittman, an appointee of President Donald Trump, agreed with both sides that the rule violated the Credit Card Accountability and Disclosure Act of 2009 because it prohibited card issuers from charging fees reasonable and proportional to the violations. The rule capped late fees for issuers with more than 1 million open accounts unless they could prove higher fees were necessary to cover their costs. Well, my friend, this basically just means that we are the ones that always get screwed. You see, it had been part of Biden's crackdown on junk fees and was intended to reduce the typical late fee from about $32. I'm typically seeing about $25, but hey, 32 is higher than that. The Trump administration is reversing many Biden-era rules and policies that it considers unfriendly to business. You see, nobody cares about the consumer, especially right now during this administration. It is only about business. That is why you, the consumer, you are going to pay the fees. You are going to pay the fees and the taxes from the tariffs. You're going to pay the fees that the business have to pay. You are going to get screwed by this in so many different ways. In March 2024 lawsuit against the rule, the business and banking groups accused the CFPB of overstepping its authority and ignoring Congress's intent that fees be high enough to deter late payments and compensate card issuers for their costs. Now, in case you didn't know, banks only make money when you don't pay on time. So obviously, they want you to be late. They don't want you to pay on time. They don't want you to pay the whole thing. They want interest. They want late fees. They want all this stuff, okay? If you pay on time, you are never late, and you don't incur interest, the banks don't make money. So if you want to screw the banks, get a high credit score, and don't ever not pay on time. That is how you screw them over. But anyways, back to this. This is the reason why many of these credit card companies actually moved to one of the Dakotas, Sioux Falls or whatever. And it's because they can basically charge whatever they want to there. They have different rules than the rest of the United States. Head over to my740.com, schedule a call with me, and I will see if I can get you there.